nothing, despite the Renekton, despite the Nautilus, they can do to protect this Zeri. Not yet, at the very least. They need someone that can soak in the damage, maybe have a lot of crowd controls, maybe AoE damage as well, to prevent the backline from being breached.
Yeah, the question here is, what are they going to be picking here? For the mid lane, they can go for the... Vladimir has been banned, so Alistar... Oh, okay, so 0711 is going to be putting that jungler on that Nautilus. But they don't really have a lot of choices anymore in the support department. They could go for the Zona Severe for G2B. They can go for that. It's not going to be a problem if they do that right now because they already have tons of damage. The Ornn is going to be there. Wait.
What will be the ADC though? Would it be
Senna? That is going to be an angle for a Yasuo now. If the Ornn is going to be picked here.
Yep. That is the case. That is something that G2 Black is gambling right now. In case they do lock in this champion, that's it. They lock it down. Edward Gaming can pick up the Yasuo here and double down.
Oh,
Senna though.
We'll show you how it's done. We'll show you how it's done. And that's what they want to say from G2B. But again, EDG could pick up the Yasuo now. Now's the perfect time to pick up the Yasuo because you have damage from the Zeri and you have a lot of CC. You have a lot of knockup. They're going to be picking up... Wait, Yasuo is better. I think this is the time that they should pull out the Yasuo.
They have to.
There you go.
This is the chance for you to be able to redeem himself.
Yeah, this is going to be the time for him. Now they have the damage from the Zeri. The Yasuo is going to be here. And they would be able to do this. The only problem there is if G2B, with all the dashes that they have here for the squad, it would be really hard. But right now, because of the Ornn pick, oh man, it's going to be hard for Draw to even use the Call of the Forge God in this fight.
It has to be G2 Blacklist starting the team fight through Ime, KD, and Aaron. Targeting this Yasuo down and potentially the Zeri as well, baiting out the Wind Ball before the Call of the Forge God is going to be used. Or they commit onto the fight, use the Call of the Forge God, anticipate that it's going to be taken down using the Wind Ball, but they should be able to block the Yasuo from committing into the fight using the Last Breath. It's very complicated here for G2 Blacklist, but still very winnable. Let's see if this game, this series, is going to determine the victor of the series or the series being extended.
Yeah, honestly, one of the things that I don't really like whenever a Senna gets drafted is because there's not really a lot of damage that you can deal with whenever you pick up the Senna. You do have a lot of sustain from the squad. You have the Dawning Shadow. And you have 2 assassins on your squad. And you need somebody to push the HP down in order for those assassins to go for the execute. And with this draft from G2B, they don't have that. And that is where the problem lies for this squad.
Yep, and the thing about this Nautilus jungle as well is that the Camille, especially the Kha'Zix and the Akali, will kind of hesitate going in because they can easily be bursted down by the Nautilus, especially because it's going to be doing AP.
Ooh, that's going to be the problem here. Doubling down also on the Yasuo. Just hope that they have this in the bag for G2B because they know what they're dealing with. That's why they picked the Yasuo. They were expecting this. That's why they picked up the Ornn because they know that they're going to be picking up the Yasuo on the other side. So they know how to deal with it for sure.
Invade coming through. Golden Kite just establishing vision here. Checking out the area. 0711 spotted out. So maybe some micro adjustments can be made here by G2 Blacklist. A bit of a tracking, at least, towards the jungler of Edward Gaming.
Yeah, let's take a look at this. Right now, for Aaron, he's the biggest reason why you would have a hard time this game. So he needs to really step up.
Stepping up is the name of the game here. Especially that Langui is now on his signature champion, the Alistar. He has been known to, even on Season 1, to really carry the name of Edward Gaming with this Alistar pick. And now on one of the most important, possibly the most important game here in this series, game number 4, he needs to be able to carry out the team, needs to set up the place here for this Yasuo to enter out using the Last Breath.
Yeah, he needs to be really careful whenever they start the fight. You won't really see a lot of damage coming from their side for the Yasuo if they're going to be building the same, but you can go for this.
Stopping out the charge there of Thrallus, making sure they won't be able to catch any counters, forcing the flash, but also taking some damage there. Will be using the mist just to escape, and G2 Blacklist having a bit of an advantage there in terms of summoner spells. They spot out 0711 as well. on the top side, just clearing out the blue side jungle of KD. They transition into the bottom lane. Knockup's gonna be there alone, gonna be flashing out still. Live. KD will just settle for the Scuttle Crab.
Yeah. They already got a lot from the other side. Oh, wait! Alone got it!
Oh, man, the steal! That is salt to injury. And look at the level disadvantage. One complete level advantage for 0711. It's still level 4 for KD.
Oh no, man, that's gonna be hard here. So now, with this EDG, would have advantage on their junglers because KD didn't really get a lot because of that counter jungling coming from the other side. EDG, they can make use of this and they are gonna go to the top side for Ime.
Yeah, and that's the thing about the Nautilus jungle. He can win 1v1 against the Kazakhs. Even if you're isolated, it doesn't matter. You have the better crowd control and you have the better burst damage.
KD standing on a ward here in the mid lane. He's gonna be losing a lot of that XP because he still doesn't have his jungler on his side. But there you go. At least he has the Raptors now. But right now, the junglers has advantage on EDG. 0711 just turned the tides around for the jungle levels. They have advantage now. It's gonna be hard for KD to get that first scan.
Absolutely, especially with the level advantage of this Nautilus already. Edward Gaming is just playing this as cautiously as possible as well. Winning the lane, at least top lane and mid lane actually is a little bit stable here for G2 Blacklist. Bottom lane, we have seen them having a bit of a leverage, especially with the summoner spells used there by Alone and Langui just to provide some space in the laning phase. But overall, still, we see the potential of its composition of Edward Gaming. Now they're going towards top side. Dominus is going to be used a flash as well. Hexagon to make us dodge a bit of that damage, but it's still not going to be enough. Hook shot though provides safety for Ime. Actually goes in.
Wait,
He's going to be helping him out, but he still dies in the very end. The trade is going to be there though. Aaron still joining. Not going towards 0711, but bottom lane, the Senna is going to get caught there. Straw still looking back.
Yeah. Almost got killed. Yeah, almost got killed in the process there. And now EDG getting advantage on both sides. Even on the top side, they got the kill. Great advantage. Now they have a 1.5k gold lead. And as we said, this would destroy the tempo of KD. Just losing a bit of that jungle camps a while ago was the reason why it was so hard for them to get back the tempo from that jungle fight. Now let's take a look at the replay at the bot lane, how they lost that battle, because we haven't seen it. It was off cam. It just went in for a pulverize, and the lightning crash together with it just made it easy for them to secure that. Even Alone just had an easier time in this battle. Just because of that lightning crash, it was easier for him to just run away from both of them.
And the turn as well by Alone and Langui. Draw kind of overextended at the end because they anticipated the charge and they were able to block out that knock-off and get the outplay in the bottom lane. Now with the leverage they have in terms of gold, 2,000. In fact, they're still actually going towards the dragon, committing onto the fight as well. Last breath going to be using Golden Kite against caught. Draw a little bit late onto the charge, and Aaron as well won't be able to deal the damage he wants now into this fight. You anticipated the damage there. No steals coming through. You still committing onto the fight. Perfect execution. Aaron gets the kill. And now you still continuing, chasing down this Akali. Call of the Forge. Wow! There by Draw, just buying enough space here for Aaron. Donning Shadow though, the use trying to sustain both the Ornn and the Akali, but still it's not going to be enough. Hook connecting only onto the tower. Still leverage onto Edward Gaming.
Yeah, Edward Gaming still got the advantage there. They still got the dragon on their side, and that is big. And with the Rift Herald now, that could be the only reason why they gained advantage here for the side of G2B. They are looking to just lessen the gap. Let's take a look at the replay in that battle again. EDG was ready to take on this battle because they know that right now G2B has this advantage in the bot lane. Golden Kite is far, far away. It's a good thing that Aaron got the +1 here, and that was the only reason why they still got an okay trade in this battle.
And that's the thing, it's just an okay trade. It's not something that can actually help them in the long run. It's just yet, we're starting to see the leverage being amplified here by Edward Gaming. The threats are coming into play, and Aaron definitely struggling in maneuvering around the fight just because of the amount of crowd control that Edward Gaming actually has.
Yeah, now G2B, what they can look for here is opportunities. Right now, they don't really have a lot. KD would really need to go to chase a lot of the opportunities here himself. But EDG easy setups from 0711 is the reason why they're getting these kills.
kills are just there. 6 total, but more on the side of this Zeri, in fact. That's gonna be problematic here for Edward Gaming. 2 kills for the Zeri, 2 deaths for the Senna. In G2 Blacklist, this Senna is gonna be taking much longer time to actually reach the power spikes. Only has picked up so far this Man Immune. We do see more items picked up by the Zeri. Bloodthirster, the boots as well has been completed as well. Again, just struggles are being seen here on the side of G2 Blacklist squad.
Yeah, they're slowing down the game. And as much as we want the game to be stable, EDG would want that to happen. Because right now they're going for the chase down.
Forcing the flash of Langry, still is gonna be fine though. We're gaming. Can just go for the long run. They know that this Zeri is gonna hurt so much. This Yasuo is gonna endure so much. G2 Blacklist doesn't have their initial massive consistent DPS anymore compared to the previous game in which they did have the Yoni and the Akali. Sen as well has been diminished so hard here in this game. He won't be pressuring anything yet. At least for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. For now, EDG is just looking for any kills that they can. They have a lot of tanks though. Ime is gonna be the target here.
Langry being slowed out. Still is gonna be continuing. Knockup is gonna be there. No follow-up from Xiao Jiang. They commit onto the tower finally with the dominus. KT in a bad spot. Knockup is gonna be there with the call of the Force God. Xiao Jiang should be pinned down. At least traded out with the tower. Make it 2 since the Zeri pushed up the mid lane as well.
Yeah.
EDG is still getting the better end.
Yeah, they got 2 towers out of that trade. Even if they just gave just 1 person out of the way, and EDG is now just gonna be looking for more. And this Zeri is just getting more items, and that's not a good spot to be in.
And 8 minutes and 48 seconds, 3,000 gold lead by Edward Gaming on a team fighting base composition. It's not gonna be that pretty for G2 Blacklist come second Dragon. Because Edward Gaming can force out the fight. They can easily establish control on the Dragon Pit. And G2 Blacklist, through KD, has to really find an option, find an opportunity to steal that out.
Yeah, EDG is going to be looking at it. And they are just getting vision a bit deep to the members of G2B. They're waiting for that 10-minute mark for the next objective. And that is going to be the next big major fight that we're going to have. But EDG also has vision on their jungle here, so they would know if ever they're trying to set up on this dragon.
Edward Gaming still playing this slow. That is the name of the game here for Edward Gaming. They have no pressure whatsoever to try and work out for ganks. They can just do this very thing right now. Wait for you to be able to get the Divine's Hunter and also some sustain items. Wait for the Zeri to finally get possibly his 3rd item as well. He is ahead by 2,500 compared to Golden Kite. That is how far ahead this ADC is on the side of Edward Gaming.
Yeah, and remember, what's hard about this is that they don't really have any way of getting that early damage. Now they're taking the dragon fast.
Langry going in, gets 1 knock-up. Last sprint immediately gonna be used. No steal whatsoever. Edward Gaming still is getting soul point right now, but the damage is still gonna be felt here by G2 Blacklist. They have to disengage. Aaron gonna be flashing away, but still gonna be chased down here with the flash in by 0-7-11, and you as well flashing in. And now 1 by 1, they are bodies falling down. Hextech ultimating by Ime, trying to buy some time, but still, it's just gonna be hook-shotting away. 4 members drop dead on G2 Blacklist side, and Edward Gaming gets everything in that fight.
Yeah, and what's so hard about this is that they aren't dealing enough damage. Remember, we're talking about tanks here on the side of EDG. This is why it's so hard. They're fighting against tanks. They don't have DPS that could definitely take down this tank's damage. And you could see that in this fight. They tried to go for the steal. KD tried to go for the steal here. But what comes after is that these tanks are just face tanking everybody. And Alone was free to hit on the backline there. It was a good thing that Aaron tried his best to get the kill there. But it was already too late when they found that out, and that really worked in favor of EDG.
Golden Kite as well wasn't able to do anything in that fight. He was being chased out, he was being bullied a lot. And right now, G2 Blacklist find themselves 2,000 gold lower right now. Much deeper hole that they were in a while ago, pre-Dragon fight. Soul point already for Edward Gaming, 5,000, going 6,000 already as well. The minutes go by here in this game. And G2 Blacklist, regardless of the time duration, it's still gonna be the same pattern here. Still gonna be the same situation because Edward Gaming does have the better scaling lineup.
Yeah. Edward Gaming, especially with Alone, is making it easier for them to deal damage. And what's scary about this is that 0711 also went AP, so they even have the AP damage coming in from that Nautilus, and that makes it hard for the fight. Whenever you try to go for the combo on that death charge, that target is definitely gonna die just because of that death charge damage together with the last breath.
And a pause as well gonna be made here. A bit curious on what the reason is. Is it on Edward Gaming side or G2 Blacklist side? With the game, it has been so long, to be honest, but finally, we are here.
Oh yeah, there you go. EDG is gonna be back, and even G2B. So we're back in the game. Remember, this is a low kill game that we have. It's a 5k gold lead. And EDG is looking for opportunities right here to get any kills against G2B. But right now, one big chance that they can do here is to find a way to get themselves on this objectives. Alone is already starting.
And this is a great vision control being made here by Edward Gaming. Through the pink ward, they knocked their way towards the Baron. G2 Blacklist doesn't know this is happening. And they have to check. 3,000 in, this should be secured already by Edward Gaming.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's gonna be the Baron takedown. Langui
still commits with the Proto Belt. They invest everything onto this Alistar, but still being able to stay alive for so long.
Flip.
Out by you. Donning Shadow as well gonna be used, trying to spin him down. He's gonna be survived some time here by Edward Gaming, but still, regardless, they have picked up the Baron already. G2 Blacklist scavenge for 2 kills.
That's what they're looking for here for the side of G2B. They would want to get any kills that they can, and they did. Punishing EDG, but hey, look at the backline.
0711 entering the fight. Tower as well, hitting draw, still gonna be able to exit out. The tower is gonna be defended here by Edward Gaming.
Oh man, here it comes. G2B looking to try and take the win here. Even losing the Baron is gonna be okay for them. And with that, they went in, got some kills, got some shutdowns, and they traversed the gold gap, making it a 4K.
And the thing about Edward Gaming as well on the timing of their death actually is that the dragon, Mountain Dragon, is still not up. So G2 Blacklist wasn't able to get anything from the 2 kills that they've had after the Baron was taken by Edward Gaming. They tried to push mid lane, but still, no objectives being secured by G2 Blacklist.
4-1 on this Akali and a 10k gold for Aaron. And as we said during the start of this game, Aaron is going to be the reason why this Yasuo is going to have a hard time. And so far, I think he's doing a good job. But both of them are having a good time this game because everybody's just making it easier for both of them, especially the opportunity to get to the backline. And I think EDG now grasping on what they need to do next. Dragon is going to be up in 8 seconds, and it's going to be here.
I think the thing that will change the destiny here of G2 Blacklist is if Aaron gets to pick up his Rabadon Death Cap. That will amplify the damage here, extraordinarily so. But right now they're focusing onto the Dragon. Call of the War charge gonna be onto the back line as Xiao Jiang is pinned down to the ground. Still, you
back line, don't look at you.
Able to be taken down by KT and the Ime as well. Now they turn on to 0711, taking it down as well. The resets are happening. The comeback is happening here for G2 Blacklist still. Golden Kite continuing onto the fight. Zeri though fighting back, getting the down here. Getting the damage being felt here by Golden Kite. 3 versus 3. Can they still turn?
Look at Langui.
Xiao Jiang and Alone continuing onto the Dragon. They pin down the data defense. This is not gonna work.
Xiao Jiang.
Now it's 3 versus 2. Golden Kai cannot kite.
Wait,
that
Alone?
this time around, but Aaron looking himself. The Zed is gonna be taken down. The shooting is gonna be connecting here onto Langui. The Dragon is still up. G2B clutch things out.
3-4-3, G2B got the clutch out during that fight. It was not looking in their favor, but because they used Aaron, and that was the reason why they were able to hold out until the end there. Aaron taking down you early in that fight was the reason why he wasn't able to do anything, not even press the last breath during that fight.
And man, right now, Aaron is 1 step closer towards the Rabadon Death Cap. 4,000 left here onto the Dragon Flash and by draw charge as well for the knockup. Xiao Jiang is going to be in the bad spot this time around. Still going to be taken down. Donning Shadow as well. The steal is going to be there. And Edward Gaming loses the soul this time around. And the Yasuo as well is not having a good time. 0711 is going to get taken down. Knockings instead. You as well going to be targeted. And G2 Blacklist has cut down the throat of Edward Gaming. It's now taking the tower in the mid lane.
Game still not done, and G2B is looking to end this game. Alone was not there in that battle, so that's why they know they don't have enough damage on the side of EDG. We can take this fight, and that they did. Now, Mid lane's gonna be pushed. They traverse the gold gap. Now we're on equal grounds.
Look at the gold! The gold lead's gone! G2 Blacklist has found an opportunity. The backline's gonna be pretty stasis, gonna be so by some time. Meter
Meter
Enchant
Enchant.
alone, but still's not gonna be enough. Langui,
Immy's dead.
The Cumulus is gonna be dead as well, but the inhibitor tower is taken by G2 Blacklist. They've opened up the base faster than Edward Gaming.
What was that, G2B? Just because of that, they were able to turn things around, mistakes for mistakes from EDG, and that's what we were saying. Whenever this happens, whenever a pause happens, things could turn sideways for the team that's winning, and EDG is feeling it.
Aaron, lingering by the area. You might actually be able to spot him out. The blast gun is going to be initiated. They're going for the cheeky Baron. Windwall's going to block it out. Aaron checking the area. Alone is going to be spotted. It's taken down. It's an assassination. But G2 Blacklist is going to be in the area as well. Edward Gaming has to disengage.
Aaron,
better for doing so.
What a
It's going to be connecting. The turn. The spread. The turn here onto Golden Guy trying to pin him down. Katie as well going to the backside. Sen is going to be taken now. Chang Chang going to be next though. G2 Blacklist chasing him out.
So far away.
Coming. You as well going with last spread. Dross is going to be charging up. Going for the knockout.
Don't have damage.
Edward Gaming! They don't have the damage anymore. Like,
Take it
that. That's gonna be the ace.
finish.
Renekton is still alive, cutting down the wave here, but they have a wave into the mid lane.
G2B
the
can
only thing
finish.
they need to do, they can push down the mid. Xiao Jian's doing a really good job cutting down the wave. Stock's gonna be enough this time around. Aaron goes in. And
Here it
G2 Blacklist again will proceed towards the grand finals to take on Keepers Gaming. They defy the odds and take down EDG.
Aaron making it work for the squad. The plays that he made this game just made it work, and now it's gonna be the end for